We took, thank you. Thank you. Fortunately, our country took a wrong turn 4 years ago, and now we're stuck in a malaise. Everything is bad news. Our border is broken. We're not respected in the world. Hardworking men and women have been forgotten and left behind. Our allies don't trust us, and our enemies don't fear us. We are tired of living in a country that is no longer dreaming big, but that is going to change tomorrow, and you're going to help change it. Tomorrow, North Carolina and the country are going to make our 45th president our 47th president. And with Donald Trump back in the White House, together we will dream big again for this country. We will be a country that once again is proud of its history, excited about its future, because together with Donald Trump, we are going to make America not just great, but greater than it has ever been before. Thanks.
USA, 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 USA.
Okay, so they both did better. If they stood up here and spoke each for half an hour, what they just did was better and appreciated. It brings us a little bit into schedule. You know, one thing Marco was talking and I said, you got hit so hard by that hurricane. And we didn't care about what we're doing today. We only cared about saving lives. And we did a good job. FEMA did a horrible job. The administration, they're still not there. You know why? Because they've spent all their money on bringing in murderers and a lot of people. They spent all their money on bringing in illegal migrants. They've also taken a lot of your jobs, especially jobs from the black population. But think of this. When I started having to think about North Carolina a little bit in terms of a thing called the election, I said to our people back there who've been fantastic, Chris, Susie, everybody, I said, you know, we got a problem because North Carolina is reliable for me. I mean, I've never lost there. Never lost. And I don't think we're going to start now. I don't think. I've never lost there. We have a beautiful lead right now in early voting. You know, last time I wasn't leading, and I won it twice. But I was way behind. In fact, I went to my people. I said, hey, man, I'm like way behind here. What's going on, Michael? Right? What was it, like 200,000 votes? I said, how the hell do I win? But the later voting came in, Republican. Boom, and we blew him away, right? He was right. He said, just relax. Just relax. I'm screaming, what the hell happened in North Carolina? But that's the way it works. I mean, the Republicans are used to voting late. They do it. They feel better about it. They want to be there on Tuesday. And that's all we want them to do is do the same thing that they've done. But I have to say, an amazing thing happened because I went down. I had to be the first. But I went close, but I didn't want to bother people. I mean, it was devastating. And then shortly thereafter, I went to the sites, and it was horrible. The houses were ripped. People are still missing. Many people died. A lot of people don't know. They've had terrible FEMA response, like non-existence. Franklin Graham was great, and so many other people were great. And I made a big contribution toward the effort, but I said rather than me do it, I was ready to do it, but I said I'll give it to Franklin and others that are doing so well. It's amazing, some of the people that work there. So we gave them a lot of money, and they're doing a job. But no response. But you know what? I said to Michael and I said to other people, these people have been wiped out. Their houses are gone. You got to see. I mean, trees are ripped. Giant trees, 10 foot in diameter. They're ripped out like they were toothpicks. I've never seen anything like it. And just clean. Not only are the houses gone, but the concrete foundations were taken out. You'd see them laying 20 miles down the road. It was the most devastating that you can imagine. I said, we'll be lucky. And this was a very Trump area. We know what that means. It's Trumpy. They call it a Trumpy area. And with a lot of love and great people, no crime, no nothing. Just great people, but it was devastated, you know, essentially destroyed. You'll probably have it built back in about 15 minutes, right? Because that's the way you are, workers. But But I said, if we get 50% of the vote, I don't know who, they're not going to show up. So I figured anywhere, not having done this business that long, actually, I figured very accurately, anywhere from 25 to 50% of the people may come and vote. And here's what happened. The lines were through the roof. I don't know where the hell you all came from. We had a man and woman standing in line, good-looking couple, but the man's shirt had mud
Hey,
on
Wanda.
it, and the woman was cloaked. I mean, it was. I said, "Man, look at this!" And they're standing in line, getting ready to vote, and it was a long line too. And you broke the all-time record for North Carolina early voting, right? I've never seen anything. I've never seen it. So we love you. Look, this is why our country's great, and it's people like you. It's really amazing. Over the past 4 years, Kamala has orchestrated the most egregious betrayal that any leader in American history has ever inflicted upon its people. She has violated her oath, eradicated our sovereign border, and unleashed an army of gangs and criminal migrants from prisons and jails and insane asylums and mental institutions all around the world, from Venezuela to the Congo in Africa, stealing countless American lives. They're killing people. They're killing people at will. Only days ago, an illegal alien from and this was a rough one. Just happened, you know that. An illegal alien from North Africa who Kamala let into our country with her horrendous open border, just a dangerous, horrendous situation, traveled to a Jewish neighborhood in Chicago and tried to execute a Jewish man on the street, shooting him in the back as he walked to synagogue. He then opened fire on police and paramedics, shooting an ambulance before police returned fire and ended his rampage fairly quickly. Our police, and by the way, our police have got to be respected. We have to give their dignity back. We can't take their pensions, their house, their family. They want to stop crime. We have to let them stop crime. We have to give them their dignity and their honor back. In July, an illegal alien who Kamala released into our country again with her open border, just walk right through, sir. Did he do anything wrong? And they can look, the guys from ICE, they're great, and they could look at somebody and say, they can say where he's from, what he did, how many people did he kill, and they don't like what they're doing. They have a much easier job doing what they're doing right now, but they want to stop people, or they want to get them out, or they want to put them in jail. Some are so bad you can't actually let out. If you did, it would actually be dangerous just to bring them back to their countries. Their countries weren't accepting them back until I came. With Barack Hussein Obama, I call him the Great Divider. He's the Great Divider. And he hit, and Michelle hit me. I was so nice to her. Out of respect, I was so nice. She hit me the other day. I was going to say to my people, am I allowed to hit her now? They said, take it easy, sir. Sir, take it. My geniuses, I'm telling you, they said, just take it easy. Well, what do you mean? She said bad about me. I can't hit back. Sir, you're winning. Just relax. Is that good advice? Is that good or bad advice? I think it's neutral. You know what the response is there? It's like, nah. What do the ladies from North Carolina think about hit back or just relax? Huh? Oh, they say hit back. You say hit back. I'd actually love to hit back, but we'll hold it a little while. We'll hold it. I'd love to hit back, but oh, no, she took some shots at me the other day. I said, whoa, what have we here? I'd never heard that before. I've always treated her very nicely. But he's the Great Divider. Barack Hussein Obama, he's a great divider. But he never did, he came out same way for Hillary. How did that work out? Oh. And here's news, it's breaking today. Sleepy Joe Biden has announced officially that he likes Trump more than he likes Kamala.
Oh, yes. Hey, yeehaw.
And he actually hates my guts. But he likes Trump more than he likes Kamala. Oh, he hates her. They walked into the office. He just got 14 million votes.
I agree,
He
yeehaw.
voted for me. That's one of the ladies from North Carolina. He voted for me. She said he voted for me. He probably did, you know. Be an interest. They got to follow him in with a camera. Why not? They spied on my campaign, right? So why the hell
Yeah,
couldn't
they
you
did.
do that? But Sleepy Joe said, I don't want to leave. You're leaving, Joe. This was crazy, Nancy. She's such a bad one. She's already plotting a move to try and impeach him. She's a bad, sick woman. She's crazy as a bedbug. Remember she ripped up the paper behind me? You know, she could have gone to jail for that. You're not allowed to do that. I think Nancy Pelosi is a disgrace. They impeached me
Facts.
on no evidence. I did nothing wrong. Fortunately, the Republicans stood up for me 100%. But Nancy Pelosi is a disgrace. The hatred she brings, she's got real hatred. And yet she can sell a stock like Visa last week, right? And the following day, they announced a major investigation into Visa, but she got out. And the fake news back there does nothing about it. They should be ashamed of it. Okay. And by the way, just to get it straight, because there'll be reports, it's already probably out over the wires, I should have done it. I'm only kidding about Joe. He didn't officially say that, but I believe, okay? It's probably already out on the wires that we have an official report from, because this is pretty big stuff up here. So when I say it's official, no, I'm only kidding.
He's only kidding,
In
folks.
July, an illegal alien who Kamala released into our country was arrested in Charlotte, North Carolina, for stalking a woman into a public bathroom and attempting to forcibly rape her. In Wilmington, North Carolina, 3 months ago, an illegal from Venezuela brutally stabbed a man to death just 4 days after he was arrested for domestic violence. But instead of being deported, this criminal alien was released so he can kill, and that's what he did. These terrible atrocities are happening every day in our cities and towns. They're going after young girls, they're going after old men, they're going after anybody that moves. They don't care. And different from us, the moment they kill, they don't even think about it. We don't kill. But can you imagine if something happened and it would be devastating. They don't even think. They wake up the next morning and they don't even think about the damage and the havoc and the ruin they've caused families and the pain. And these are coming back. These people are coming into our country at levels that have never been seen in any country. No third world country would allow it. They'd stand at that border with sticks and stones and they'd say, "You're not coming in here." I want you to hear directly from a mother whose world has been shattered because Kamala let savage illegal alien murderers into our country. Please.
Sunday night, I asked her to not stay up super late because of her coming to work with me in the morning.
Oh, good, they're going to
first
show
to do her
us.
summer school.
Finally.
She said, okay. I told her good night and I love you. I went to bed, not realizing that that was going to be the last time I saw her. We're best friends.
We're going to shake it again.
I woke up to notice she wasn't in her bed. I'm in my heart trying not to lose my mind because I don't know where she is. I finally remembered her phone had a location on, and her phone was pinging just 2 minutes down the road, right behind the skate park. I start driving to the direction the phone was being pinged at, and I see a couple cop cars with lights on. I see yellow tape, and immediately my heart drops and sinks to the bottom of my stomach. My daughter's hands and ankles were both bound. She was strangled to death.
Who does
left
this?
with no pants. And I know in my She fought incredibly hard. She was not going down without a fight.
We begin with two men we're learning are charged with capital murder tonight, accused of killing a 12-year-old girl.
Police say these men strangled her before dumping her into that creek. Both men were in the country illegally.
Apprehended, then released by Border Patrol less than 3 weeks before Jocelyn's death. The men accused of killing Jocelyn Nungare are affiliated with the gang known for brutal violence.
Kamala Harris was in charge of immigration and our borders. If we had better border policies and not open borders and not these catch and release policies, I truly believe this all could have been prevented. Under her being vice president of this country, my daughter's life was ripped away from her. She had her entire life ahead of her.
Happy birthday, dear Jocelyn.
Welcome, Ted.
My daughter is 6 feet in the ground based off of policies that she
Welcome,
allowed
Garrett.
to keep.
Yes, it is sick.
Kamala
But it's a
Harris
fact.
did have one job, and she not only failed, not me, she
Heartbreaking.
failed my daughter. She failed Jocelyn. You know, she was only 12. President Trump reached out, gave me his sincerest condolences as not a former president, but just as a father, someone who cares. I believe Donald Trump needs to be back in office. I can at least know that my next child will be safe in this country.
Very sad. That was a few days ago that we had the news announcement, and it was the day when the Border Patrol endorsed me so strongly, and I was so honored by it. And we talked about Jocelyn. She was there and talked about Jocelyn. I mean, just so unnecessary. Would have never happened. They
What's
wouldn't
wrong
have
with
been
you,
able to get
Fabian?
into the
Did you
country.
not
Would
just
have
see
never
that?
happened. So many things wouldn't have happened.
Seriously, what's wrong with
Inflation
you?
wouldn't have happened. Russia, Ukraine wouldn't have happened. Israel wouldn't have
Listen
happened.
to him. Why does anybody want this
The October
horrible
7th
person to
Israel attack
continue to
wouldn't
run our
happen. Those
country
people
into
would
the
all be
ground? What's wrong with you,
alive. Most of them
Fabian?
are gone, I believe. I think that's part of the reason they're not
Are you being
wanting to
paid?
negotiate so much.
Fabian's
They said,
being
"Oh,
paid."
I can't believe it. They're probably, most of those hostages, sadly, it's, I think they're possibly
Fabian's
gone.
getting
Most
money
of them
for
are
this.
gone.
All
And
of her
it would have
supporters
never
get
happened.
paid
That
to
would have-
do
that
what they're
attack would have
doing
never happened.
on my
All those
show.
people would be alive. And the Afghanistan, the greatest embarrassment in the history of our country, I believe. They took the soldiers out first. You have to take the soldiers
Welcome,
out
John.
first. It's very simple. Milley should have been fired. All those generals. Kelly should have been. Kelly was such a disaster. They, some people are good, some people are not good. Some people are stupid.
Some people
But,
are stupid.
Who would think that you take the soldiers out first?
Got
Mattis
that right,
made
Bill.
big mistakes. But remember this about our military. We defeated ISIS.
Welcome,
And I
compound.
got you into no wars because we had great people. I had mostly great people.
Peaceful president, right here. Peaceful president. Why would you vote for anybody else, especially
We
warmonger,
had mostly great
who
people.
opened our borders?
When I went to Washington,
to
I
kill
didn't
our
know
innocent
anybody. I was,
women
New
and
York. I was
children
only there
and
17
men.
times, according to the media. And I went to Washington.
Welcome,
and,
Sandman.
you
Hey,
I said,
Taylor.
Listen, I just became president, but I don't know.
Marilyn, what's
anybody."
wrong with
And
you?
rely
He's
on
not lying
very
about
good people.
anything.
Some are
You're the
rhinos,
liar.
and, they're decent rhinos too, but they give you rhinos back. We don't like the rhinos.
What's
We
he
don't
saying
think
that's
they
a
do the
lie?
job properly. But
Was that woman
they did
lying
a
about her
phenomenal
daughter being
job.
killed?
I just want to say that the day that
What
I
is he
take
lying
office,
about, Johnson?
the
Tell us one
migrant
lie he
invasion
just said.
ends and the
Give us an
restoration
example.
of our country begins.
How's this man lying?
The
You
United
are the
States
liars.
is now an
You are the
occupied
liars.
country, but it will soon
Trump
be
is
an
the goat.
occupied
You are the
country no
liars.
longer. November 5th,
Right, Carl, right.
2024 will be Liberation Day in America.
Well then, Johnson, you just proved to us you're a liar.
And on day one, I will launch the largest deportation of criminal program
Thank you, Mr.
in
Sandman.
American history.
They're getting paid. I know that. Hi,
The
Leo.
president named
Thank you,
Dwight
Leo.
Eisenhower, great general, a better president than
Come on, you guys, hit that
people
like
were
button.
saying, actually. But he believed in strong borders. He
Marilyn,
hated
you
to
sound
see
pretty
people come
stupid
through our
yourself.
border, and he has the
You
record
don't deserve
right
to
now,
be
but
on
I
my
suspect
show.
that record. Unfortunately, it's not something I want to do. But we have no choice. We can't allow murderers and drug dealers and all these people. They're all pouring into our country, and we can't allow it. We won't have a country left. I will rescue every city and town that has been invaded and conquered. They've been conquered. Our towns have been. You take a
I
look at
gots
Aurora.
to know knows the
Take a look at
truth.
Springfield. We have a town of 50,000
Who wouldn't be
people,
tired? My
and they
God.
drop 30,000.
He's been going morning, noon, and
illegal
night.
they used a little
And he doesn't look
technicalities that we
tired, by
don't
the
know,
way. I
but
think
that
he
to
looks
me, that's
fantastic.
illegal. In any event, there's no way a town can.
What is he lying about, Whirlwind? Tell us one lie he just said.
You have hospitals.
One
where
example,
people
because you're the
who go
liar.
for a checkup can't get checkups anymore. The whole place. is
You're the
being
cult
flooded.
members.
And these are they come from largely
Thank you, Jeff.
troubled
I
country, a very
agree.
troubled country, very dangerous country.
I'm a
but
woman
very
for Trump.
troubled country. And they have another little problem. They don't speak a word of English, so the mayor, who's a nice guy, is looking for
All right, you're a
interpreters.
pig.
This isn't what we're all about.
Groveland, go to hell.
30,000 people going to a 50,000 people down Springfield, Ohio. No problems. We had a beautiful, beautiful little town, and now
Exactly,
it's horrible.
Niner.
And this is happening all over. Those are examples. Aurora, in Colorado, you have
Welcome,
a
John Smith.
radical left lunatic governor that has no idea what the
How
heck
do
he's
you know?
doing.
Were you in the room with him, Thomas?
Colorado should
Do you
vote
know
for
the
me
truth?
because of what they
You
put me
weren't
through.
there.
They
You're the
tried to
liar.
take me off the ballot when I was leading
Welcome,
both the
Alexander.
Republican and Democrat parties.
Throw Thomas's
And
blue
it went
wave
to
in
the
the ocean
Supreme
with the
Court of
sharks.
the United States, and in a unanimous decision, they say,
I can do whatever
"I'm
I
sorry,
want.
you're
It's
gonna
my
have to
show."
beat 'em at the polls, you know? You're gonna have to beat 'em at the polls. And hopefully they're not gonna be able
I
to.
delete you too. You go to hell.
And the people of Colorado, you know who is more angry about that than the Republicans?
I don't have
The
to have
Democrats, the regular
losers on my
Democrats.
show.
And I think we have a chance of, I hope that Colorado
get
is
rid of
marching
them.
now, and I think we have a chance of winning Colorado because of what they did. That was, you talk about
Welcome,
democracy.
Gary.
That was a threat to democracy. See, that was a real threat to democracy. And we will put the vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in
They're
a
already
jail.
cheating,
We'll kick them
Caesar.
out of the country. We'll take care of it. But to expedite removals of Tren Day, Aragua, and other savage gangs.
Kamala
like
was definitely bought
MS-13
by the
and a lot of
government
Gangs are bad ones. They're tough,
and
tough
men
people.
who
Thank
used
goodness we
her.
have ICE and Border Patrol, and we have great law enforcement.
Welcome,
we have
real
great
person.
law enforcement.
Trump married an immigrant. Maybe you don't know.
I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of
You losers that won
1798 to
Harris.
target
You must
and
hate this
dismantle
country.
every migrant criminal network
Right,
operating
compound.
on American soil.
Welcome, Snow Blue. Yes,
And if they
Karen, I
come back
agree.
into our country,
Hey, New Yorker.
it's an automatic
Welcome,
10
Rama.
years in jail with no possibility of parole.
Trump suing everyone? Seems like the other way around.
And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer.
Exactly, yeehaw. Yay, real person. Real people love Trump.
And
He
I will
is. He's a
immediately
real
ban
hero.
all sanctuary cities. They're sanctuary
Welcome,
for
Isla.
criminals in the United States of America.
No, I love Trump, Alexander. I love him.
And to
He's going to save my country.
secure our border and
Obviously,
working
New
along
Yorker.
with all of the things we're going to be doing, we are going to rescue our economy.
Thank you, God.
4 years of Kamala has delivered nothing but economic hell
Welcome,
for
Darren.
American workers.
That would be you, Gary.
Her inflation disaster has made life unaffordable and cost families over $30,000 in higher prices. And just days ago, we had the worst jobs report in modern history. You know that. I looked up. I said,
Sure, Kamala's winning. Sure.
because they tried to hold it. They tried not to put the report out. Kamala said, don't put that report. It'll cost me the election.
Welcome, Maya.
But the problem is the fake news doesn't want to report on it.
Trump train.
So usually you're
Right,
hearing
Darren.
200,000 jobs,
So bad,
300,000,
Alexander.
sometimes like 4. We had the best numbers people have ever seen.
I hope so, Ron.
But usually
You're
you're
welcome,
looking at
real
a lot
person.
of, hundreds of thousands of jobs.
Bill, what
Routinely,
lies are
it's
you referring
expanding.
to?
12,000 jobs were created. That's a depression,
Oh,
12,000
because you're in that girl's head. You know all
That's the
about
good
it, don't you,
news.
Caesar?
30,000 private sector jobs were killed in a single month. Nearly
You're right,
100,000
God.
manufacturing jobs have been wiped out since the start
Well,
of this year.
Cabosu, I bet you know that because that would be you.
150,000 Americans joined the unemployment rolls
Yes,
in
thank God for
October.
Trump. You're right,
This
Abby.
is in 1 month.
Abby.
I always said I just
Old guy, too
I
big, too
would never want
big.
to have a thing like this happen.
They
And
can't,
I've been saying
Alexander.
it's going to happen.
They just say
Because of what
everything's
they
a lie,
do,
which
because they
means
know
that
nothing about
they are liars.
economics or
Right, Darren?
business or honestly.
Welcome Hearn
they're stupid
Airport.
people. We have stupid people.
Really? What did he
leading our
just lie
nation.
about, Laurel? Oh, never Trump. You people are sad. You need help.
And nearly 250,000
You can't buy a billionaire,
people
actually.
dropped out of the labor force. They dropped out because they couldn't get a job. And can you imagine that? Can you imagine? These are the numbers. And
If
they
you
don't
want him to
talk
go to
about
jail,
it.
then
It's
you
okay.
want to live in a banana republic, and
numbers are
you're pretty
disqualified. These
stupid.
numbers-
Sorry, but it's a fact.
Make them, because the
You're
famous
right,
quote,
Sonia.
it's all about the
He's not a
economy is
rapist.
stupid. We have the
He
worst
never
economy
was.
that we've ever had since the 1929 depression. These
Welcome,
are depression
Smiley.
numbers. And it's going to get worse.
No, they can't give any
See,
reasons.
they'll blame it on me. She just said they'll blame it on me. But you see, that's what I didn't want.
I love how
I didn't
Caesar
wanna be
knows what
slow
all the
and
kids
then
are
have these
thinking.
numbers come to them.
He's really
I
smart.
said, I hope it comes before I go into office. Otherwise, I'll get blamed. I didn't want to be a certain president. Thank you. I didn't want to be a certain president that had to preside over. He got into office, and it all crashed down. People jumping off
Teflon
buildings. It all
Don.
came. This is
Hey,
the
blockchain.
beginning. Just remember this. This was an important date last week. The end of last week. Remember, that was a very important time. Just think.
So
A few
true,
months
real
ago,
person.
they fraudulently claimed
bless Trump.
818,000 jobs were created. 818,000, and it was a fraud. When in fact,
Yeah, you want to talk about who
When in
lies?
fact,
It's them.
there were no jobs that were created. It was all a lie.
Yeah, I don't understand it
and they
either.
thought they'd be able to get away with it through the election, but there was a whistleblower, and the whistleblower couldn't stand what they were doing.
You're right,
and blew
Mr.
the whistle on
Sandman.
them, and they got caught.
I love you guys. Welcome to the beach report. We don't have to prove anything to you, Laurel, because you're
And
not
now
smart.
again, they've just revised past job
Welcome, Travis.
reports because they had another whistleblower, so they had to do it. They
Me
wanted
too,
to wait till
Michael.
after the election again. And they found another 112,000.
Why don't you prove he
fake
is
jobs.
one,
In other
Laurel?
words,
Go
jobs
ahead,
that they're
prove it.
reporting exist, and they don't exist.
That's
It's a
in our
fraud.
country. You're
That's
innocent
1
before you're proven
million
guilty.
fake
So
jobs.
you prove he's
Now,
guilty.
when you look at the numbers and you see
Go
those
ahead,
jobs,
Laurel.
it didn't make
Give
it
us
look
dates
great,
and times
not like our
and
years.
witnesses.
But you know what it made
Witnesses,
it look like? Pretty
dates, and
normal,
times.
pretty good. There was no story.
That's how you prove things.
Meanwhile, think of this. Meanwhile,
Got that right, Chris?
100% of net jobs created in the last
Thank you,
year
Darren.
have gone to migrants. Can you imagine? Not to
Got a fact.
our
Real
population,
person.
migrants. But these are depression-type
Oh,
numbers,
Laurel.
and that's where
Laurel
we're
can't
heading if
give
she's
anything
elected.
that's
Under
factual,
my
so she has
leadership,
to
we're
resort
quickly
to
going to turn this economic
ad
nightmare
hominem
into an
attacks.
economic
She
miracle.
probably doesn't
You'll
even know
see.
what that means.
And we're
Says
going to
Frank.
make America wealthy again. And we will make America, very importantly, affordable
You got
again.
that right,
because people
Sandman.
cannot afford the prices. The prices are too high. We're just one day away
guess we'll
from
find
the
out
best
tomorrow,
jobs
Laurel.
and biggest paychecks and the brightest economic future that the world
Maybe
has
you're a felon,
ever seen.
Ulrich.
But you must go and vote, and Kamala talks about
Turn off your TV.
fixing the economy.
You're a little bit
but
stupid.
why doesn't she do it? She always goes, oh, yes, we're going to do this.
Welcome,
we're
Todd.
going to give you tax hikes. You know what? She wants to raise people's taxes.
Yeah,
That's how
Laurel's
the
over there
Depression
laughing
started,
in
by
her
the way.
stupidity.
Herbert Hoover,
We think you're funny too, Laurel.
he raised the interest rates and the taxes at the
Hey,
same
Ray.
time, and it just went boom. That's what she wants to do. She wants to increase your taxes. Interest rates are too high. They are too high. Kamala's plan will impose the largest tax hike in American history and raise taxes on the typical American family by $3,000. My plan will massively cut taxes for workers and small businesses. And we will have no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits.
Remember when Kamala tried to steal that from Trump?
To rapidly reduce inflation, I will end Kamala's war on American energy, and we will drill, baby, drill. We're going to drill. Right? And I will cut your energy prices. You have very high energy prices, I have to say. You have high energy prices, and you don't have FEMA. Those people, they better get that FEMA here fast. But we're going to, on January 20th, you'll see a whole different, just
Her airport
tell
just said
everybody
it, Trump
to
for
sit
peace.
back,
That's
relax.
it. Right there, peace.
January 20th, you'll see people come in and help you out like we did in the past. We had great FEMA. We operated, we had so many, a lot of hurricanes.
It does, Lockhart.
We helped Puerto Rico more than anybody. I mean, Puerto Rico was, we helped them so much. They loved me and I loved them. Puerto Rico, see, she loves me. She loves me and I love her too, actually. No, we
You
helped,
got
we
that
had
right,
great
Travis.
FEMA. We helped Puerto Rico and other places, but at levels nobody ever saw before. We got in there, we sent hospital ships, we sent everything. They got hit hard. Puerto Rico got really hit hard, a lot. They still do. And I'll cut your energy prices in one half. We have more liquid gold than any country.
He
Russia,
did it
Saudi
before.
Arabia,
He'll
right
do
there.
it again.
It's under your feet. We're going to cut your energy prices by 50%.
Yes,
and when
he
that
is.
happens, everything else is going to come down. That's what brought it up. Now, before leaving, I just want to introduce some people that have just been great. Senator Ted Budd, you know, he's great. Congressman Dan Bishop, who's running for Attorney General.
Thank you, real
He
person,
was a
for the
great
reminder.
congressman,
You're
and
right.
he'll be a great Attorney General. Candidates for Congress, Brad Knott and Alan Swain, they're terrific, please.
Thank you, Ned. Hey,
Good
Michael.
luck. I heard you're doing great. Our great RNC chairman. Now, if we don't win, I'm not going to be saying that. I'm going to take it back, okay? But I think we got it under control, wouldn't you say? The great Michael Watley of North Carolina.
Sure he is, Laurel. Whatever.
Oh, we're going to win. And Michael had one message for
Hey,
you.
Nadine.
Oh, we don't need your money. We don't need anything. Got plenty of money. We got plenty of everything. All we need is a very simple vote. Just go out and vote. And get your friends to vote, too. Bring them along, you know? And a man who I'm so proud of because he stepped into very big shoes, Michael's shoes, GOP Chair Jason Simmons. We're looking good? Okay. These guys don't let us down. I mean, I took the man from
That's what
North
you are,
Carolina
Harold.
and I moved him to the top. That's a nice statement. When all those other things were falling off a cliff, Fred, Bing, ballots have been found, but this guy had 603
Real
lawyers,
person.
and we had him stymied. You don't think they would have done that here, too?
Did they blow up all your ballot boxes?
But we have a good
I
legal
know you
team
are, but
now.
what am
We're
I?
watching them, and they're watching. They don't know what I think they're very
Bill.
upset at what we've done. But Michael has really established some power.
5 years old, Harold.
All we want, and we don't want any. We just want a fair election. That's all we want, you know.
That is all we want. It'll be nice for
A
once.
friend of mine and former acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker. Thank you very much.
Amen, Nadine.
Alice Johnson's here. Where's Alice Johnson? Oh, look at my beautiful. Somebody came in to see me. They said there's a woman that's been in jail for 22 years, just approximately, but like around that number. A beautiful woman, a great woman. Everyone in prison loves her. She's like the person that everybody, she's a high quality. And how much longer does she have to stay? Another 28 years. She's been there for
Got that right,
22
Charles.
years. The model prisoner, and people called me about her. I've been hearing about her. And what happened was amazing. I checked it out. I said, wow, that's a hell of a big sentence for doing what people do now and they don't even get fined.
Amen, Ray.
So she's in there for 22 years. So I got her out of prison. I said, I'm doing it. You look beautiful. Wow. Can you imagine? She was actually on a phone call. They had a couple of guys selling drugs and stuff, and she was on the call. They gave her 22 years plus, I guess 50, 60 years or something. I mean, it's
Real
unbelievable.
person is right.
Today,
That's the
wouldn't even
major
give you
thing
a
about
fine.
Trump is he's
And
peaceful.
it's,
I want
that's no good
peace.
either, by the way,
That's all.
because
I
what's
just
going
want
on.
peace.
But it was one of the best feelings. I mean, I've had a lot of good feelings. We had a lot of victories, I'll tell you what. But that was one of the really good feelings getting. And then I said
Welcome,
to Alice,
Stephanie.
Alice, she came into the White House, said, how many people are like you in prison? In your prison, big prison? She said, many, sir.
Amen, Ray.
I said, really? Are they all
Right,
that
Chris.
way? Are they? No, sir. And that was a good answer because I knew
We had
they
peace
were.
for 4 years,
She would have
right?
said yes. Then
I don't
would
know
have
where
said,
you
"Wow."
were, but
You
I
gave
saw
me
it
the right
for
answer. You
myself.
don't know it.
No
But
warts
she said many,
under
many
Trump.
great people. I said, give me a list of your top 25 or 30
You're
or
right,
50
Travis.
or 10, whatever it is. Give me a list of really good people who shouldn't be there. And she gave me a list, and we got every one of them out immediately.
Thank you,
right?
Ray. Hit that like button, you guys.
Right?
He is about peace, Harold. Did you see any wars when he was in office for 4 years? He has a record, and it's a peaceful one. Open your eyes.
It's just a
Be
great
realistic
woman. Thank
here.
you very much, John. I didn't know you were going to be here. That's very nice. She still likes me. Well, she's got to like me. What the hell?
Hey, darkness.
I mean, could you imagine if she were like some of these guys? Sometimes they'll endorse somebody and they won't be that.
Me
Can
too,
you
real
imagine
person.
When this would be a story. I got her out of 28 years and then she comes out against me. I say, well, but stuff like that happens in politics. I got to tell you.
He
But
killed
not with that one, it
terrorists.
doesn't. We love you. Thank you very
He
much.
didn't start any wars. He killed a terrorist. But
So
I guess you
didn't
think he
even put
was
it here, but,
what,
you know, we
a
have so much
store
stuff, and I don't wanna
religious
bore you,
leader,
but,
right?
I was asked by a group of people,
You're welcome, Quentin.
mostly African American
Good to see
people,
you, my
came to
friend.
my office. They said, we've been trying for 30 years to get criminal justice reform. Obama couldn't do it. Nobody could do it. Nobody could do it. And they came to my office and they said, we have a problem. We're 5 votes short. And we need 5 conservative senators that are hard line. And actually, we had conservative senators that loved it, Ted, right? We had some conservative senators that were actually supporting it. But I called up some of the senators, and one of them in particular was great. He said, you got it. He was leading it.
Here, I'll block you
said-
first.
Sir, you got it. I said, I got what? I haven't even asked you a question yet. You're calling about criminal justice reform. And I'm the one that's leading against it, right? But you got it. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be a senator. And if you feel that way, I'm giving it to you. That's the way it
You're
was. I
right,
got
God.
5 guys in 10 minutes.
You are right about that.
And we got it done, and it was very, because I see this guy, I don't know who he is.
Welcome,
but I see him on
Fanhead.
television. Sort of a lightweight, I think, not a very smart guy, but you know what? He came in, he was one
Your
of the
name
people
says
that
it all,
came into the
bitchcraft.
office. A black gentleman named Van Jones, right? Right? So he came in, and I was
Exactly,
impressed
real
with him.
person.
You know, good-looking guy. He was crying uncontrollably that it was going to fail again. And there were like 10 African-American people and a couple of others, but mostly African-American, and he was sitting right in front of me and weeping and saying and I really thought it was great because you know what, that's okay. I mean, he's trying to get people like Alice out, that's good. And there were no provisions for anything. It was really draconian. And what I did is I said, that's really nice. Look, I'm going to see if I can get this here. I got it done in about 2 hours. And we had criminal justice reform. And they announced a news conference that
Welcome,
night. Van
Sammy.
Jones.
Sammy.
Van Jones, who I don't know. The only time I think I ever met him was in the Oval Office. They came in with a group
Ziggy,
about
we all
criminal
watched God
justice
Save His
reform.
Life on stage. Remember
Obama
that?
couldn't get, nobody
God
could get
saved
it.
his life.
Nobody. Bush couldn't get it. They all tried. Why wouldn't they
Ziggy's
try?
confused.
So what happens is he was crying profusely. I told him, congratulations, we're going to get it for you. I got
You
it.
got a lot done.
And then they announced a news conference that night in some place in Washington, D.C. And he was heading up the news conference. I said, First Lady, come on over here. I'm going to show you something really nice. This is really a beautiful thing. I'm very happy I was able to do this. I got them the vote that they could have never gotten, 5 conservative senators. You wouldn't have gotten these guys. You got to know what we're dealing with here. They were seriously hard right, and that's good. That's fine. You got hard left, you got hard right. And I said, First Lady, who people love, she got the #1 best-selling book in the country. Can you believe it?
Africa
Can you
for Trump, I
believe it?
love it. That's awesome.
I wouldn't have even said that except I read it, and it's really good. If can you imagine if I didn't read it and I didn't like it? No, she's great. She loves you. She says
Sure,
hello. But
Ziggy.
she got the #1.
I don't know what you
that's a
were
big
watching.
achievement in life. On the New York Times list. Do you know how that book has to sell 20 times more than it should? in
Gary,
order
what
to-
did she
for
fix
her
in
to
the
be
past 3.5
#1
years?
bestseller. So we're proud of her. She's great, and she was a great first lady. People love her. People love her. And I said, First Lady, see, this is a little bit of a weave. You see those stars? First Lady book, boom. But you got to always bring it back. When it comes to a time when it doesn't meet at the bottom, then it's time to say, let's not do this shit anymore. We won't do this anymore. But, so what happened is Van Jones was crying, and now I tell him, it's okay, he was the happiest guy. It was beautiful. Got a nice way about him, nice look, real nice look, smart. And
Welcome, Sambit.
I heard they were going to have a big news conference to announce it later on that evening. And they had it. And I said, First Lady, come on. This is one I want you to watch. Because I wouldn't say she's in love with politics. I wouldn't say it's her first thing on the book. She's not in love with politics. She said, it's a very unfair situation. But I said, welcome to politics, right? But she's been so popular. She's raised so much money for
I agree, Aaron.
people with BBest. So I said, listen, you got to watch this. So we sat
I
down
do not,
and we were
Derek.
watching the news conference open, and Van Jones was introducing everybody that I never heard of any of them. I want to thank this one. I want to thank that
Laurel,
one.
do you know how to spell?
I want to thank Al Sharpton. The guy had nothing to do with it. Nothing. He had nothing. It was just a con job. I've known Al for a long time.
Shout out to
It's just a
India.
con job. So I want to thank Al Sharpton. He wants to thank all these people. I never met any of them.
All
Some
right,
were
Cyrock,
names.
I agree.
He was thanking Democrat
He gets
senators
paid.
that opposed it. He was thanking everybody.
All these Kamala
And
people are getting paid to come
before
on
it
here and do
started, I
this.
said,
You know that,
"Honey,
right? I'm not
look,
self-proclaimed. I'm an actual
we're human.
journalist.
I said, baby, wait till you hear the nice things he says about me. It's unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable. So come here, because this is really bringing the country together. So she said, oh, that's nice. So we sat and watched. And after announcing the first 10 or 12 names,
You're welcome, Zyrock.
she looks at
Welcome.
me.
They are getting
Do
paid.
you
It's
think
a
he's going to
fact.
say anything about you? Yeah, I think
If you're not
so.
getting
Maybe
paid, then
saving
you're
it for the end.
stupid. Because she
He saved
pays
the
people to
best for
say
last.
nice things about her. I have the facts.
He
No
went through
facts.
so many names.
I
and
have
he never
evidence.
mentioned my names. He never
I'll show it to
mentioned
you.
my name, and every time I see that guy, not that I
It's on
need
my
it, I get
husband's
enough
phone.
publicity, but can you imagine that? And then they wonder about why you don't bring people together. Van Jones went through so many names that night. They were up on the stage with him. And it was only done because of a guy named Donald J. Trump. And I just thought, I haven't related that story. But little things. Now I'm relieved. I don't have to carry around that stuff. But all I know is that our beautiful Alice Johnson is out of
This
prison.
is just one of
and
many.
She should have never been there. For
Many,
that kind
many,
of a
many
thing, but certainly not
messages.
for very long. We
One
love
of
you, Alice.
many.
It's great that you're there. We'll always be your friend. And just quickly, I want to also thank Steve Witkoff. He's here. He's a friend of mine. He's been traveling with me. He's one of the most successful developers. And he gave a lot of money to Franklin Graham also. I want to tell you that. So Steve Witkoff, wherever Steve is.
Have a good day, Nadine.
Thank you, Steve. And
That
Howard
would be
Lutnick
illegal,
is,
Aaron.
along with an unbelievable woman, Linda
It's not
McMahon,
fake, it's real.
Heading up transition. And they're going to
It
do
does
a great job.
actually.
He's got a great story. He's been a very successful person.
It's about
He had
paying
rebuild
people to
his firm
talk good
because of
about
the
Kamala, like you guys are
The
doing.
attack on the World Trade Center. He lost his entire
You know you're
firm
getting
and then
paid.
rebuilt it bigger, better, stronger, and he gave a big portion of the proceeds to the people that were killed. He lost the top 3 floors of the building. He was on his firm. Cantor Fitzgerald was on the top 3 floors of the World Trade Center. They were all gone, including his brother. And he rebuilt that firm, and it's now
$250.
a big chunk. He didn't have to do that, and he's just a very highly respected man on Wall Street, and
Right,
he's
Steffi?
involved in the transition.
Yeah, it
of the
was real
higher-
proof. I have more proof too. Lots of proof.
And I also would like to pay homage and add, because they're great people. They're great people. It's we all like to brag about our kids, and sometimes maybe we shouldn't. And some people, you have your kids, you love your kids, but these are great children. Great. I mean, they're not children anymore, but to me, they'll always be children, right? They're your
Paid
children.
voting
If they're
ambassador
25
program.
Or 35 or 40.
$700.
I mean, Don is not a child. Eric is not a child. Tiffany
Want
is
more?
now going to have a beautiful baby.
You're dumb if you're not getting paid. You could get paid. You should look it up. You could
And I
definitely
wanna
get paid if you like
Ivanka
Kamala.
called me a little while
None of
ago.
it's
She
fake.
sends
It's
her
all
love to
real.
everybody. She's terrific. And I have a guy who's at home with the First Lady, and he's very smart. He got into a great college, and he's now in college. He's 18 years old, and he's doing great. And he gives me good advice, Dad. Just take it easy now. You just take it easy, Dad, all right? You don't have to go too much here. He gives me good advice. He's very wise. And I also, Michael Boulos, who's fantastic. His family is fantastic, and that's it. So in conclusion, with your vote tomorrow, we're going to fire Kamala, we're going to save America, and we're going to cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices, raise your wages, and bring thousands of factories back to America and back to North Carolina. We will build American, we will buy American, we will hire American, and I will end the war in Ukraine. Should have never started. If I were president, would have never started. And in the Middle East,
That's
would
right,
have
real
never started.
person.
Israel, all those people would be alive.
Welcome, Mark.
And I will prevent, I promise, World War
Right.
III. We're very close to World War III, in case you haven't
Yes,
noticed.
that's
We have
right.
people that don't have, we have people representing us who don't have a clue.
The
We will
warmongers.
crush
in the White
violent
House.
crime and give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect that they so dearly deserve. We will strengthen and modernize our military. We will build a missile defense shield over our country made in the USA. We will rebuild our cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. We will teach our children to love our country, to honor our history, and to always respect our great American flag. We will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our schools. And we will keep men out of women's sports. I will defend religious liberty, I will restore free speech, and I will defend the right to keep and bear arms. After years of building up foreign nations, defending foreign borders, and protecting foreign lands, we are finally going to build up our nation, defend our borders, and protect our lands and citizens. And we will stop illegal immigration once and for all. And we want people to come into our country, but they have to come in legally, all right? We do want people. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be overrun. We will not be conquered. They are conquering. They are conquering large sections
they're
of our
paid.
country. We're being conquered. Can you believe that? The only difference is they're not wearing military uniforms. We will be a free and proud nation once again. Everyone will prosper.
Welcome, River.
Every family will thrive. And every day will be filled with opportunity and hope and the American dream itself. But for that to happen,
No, it doesn't say anything about Kamala, but
must
that's who
defeat-
it's for.
Kamala,
It's
and stop
pretty
her
clear.
radical left agenda
Trumpers don't get
with
those
a
kind of
landslide that
offers.
is too big to rig.
Nobody offers Trump voters or anyone to talk about Trump. I
Kamala
guarantee that.
destroyed perhaps the greatest city in our nation, San Francisco. It's an embarrassment what's happened to San Francisco. We're not going to let her destroy our country. So all I need is for you to get out and vote. For the past 9 years, we have been fighting against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth. We have together, all of us together. With your vote in this election, you can show them once and for all that this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. Belongs to you. Because it was the hardworking patriots like you who built this country, and tomorrow it is the hardworking patriots like you who are going to save our country.
Exactly, Feppy, exactly. Welcome, Thomas.
Think of this. I won't be doing this anymore with North Carolina.
You're
And
right,
I won't
bosses.
be doing this anymore with, after today, I'm just thinking as I'm going through this, that this
That's
will be
almost
our
over.
final moment. But the more exciting moment is going to begin. See, these moments of hundreds and hundreds of the most incredible rallies that any country, no country's ever seen anything like it. But these moments that we've had together, these really were just to create what we hopefully will create tomorrow, which is we're going to make America great again. We had to get there today. So
Can't even.
we'll have many
Oh,
meetings, but we
congrats,
won't have rally meetings. We're going to have, maybe we'll rally in our success. Because we're going to make our country, so successful. And we did it. We had the greatest economy. Best, you see the numbers, you see the charts. We did such a good job, but we'll do a much better job now because I know the people. Now
I
I
hope
know,
that's
I know
wrong,
the
Rex.
good ones, the bad ones. I know the weak ones, the strong ones. I know the stupid ones. I know the smart ones. I know them all. After all we've been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America's promise and we will take back the nation that we all love so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. We will never give in, we will never give up, we will never back down, and we will never, ever surrender. Together, we will fight, 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 and win, win, win.
Win, win. Oh, Rebecca. Love you, girl. Yes, in God I trust. Yeah, yes, Michael. Me too, sorta.
November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country. We're going to save our country. We're going to turn our country around, and we're going to do it quickly. And together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again.
Yes, that's important.
We will make America strong again. We will make America
Nobody
proud
called Trump
again.
God.
We will make
Nobody.
America safe again.
We believe in God. And we know that he loves
will
Trump.
make America
Great again. Woo!
Thank you, North Carolina.
Yay! Oh, my favorite part. Trump's gonna dance. I love it when he dances. Hey, Kevin, people who make generalities about people, that's just stupid. That's all the people who make those generalities. Hear what I'm saying? And when people say somebody just opens their mouth and they're just lying, okay, whatever. All I know is I spent 4 years of my best 4 years where I actually was successful. I was making money. I was doing really well. President Trump was so amazing. I watched energy prices go down super low. I watched peace in the Middle East. That was the most amazing part, was when he actually ushered in peace in the Middle East. Hey, Ben, you don't even know me. How dare you call me drunk? Like, you have no idea. It's crazy how these trolls come on my page. I know that the majority of them are paid because, like, I showed you guys proof. That's my husband passed away 2 years ago. And I keep getting these messages on his phone that are definitely skewered towards Democrats, and they are offering to pay hundreds of dollars for people just to talk up Kamala Harris. Hey, Kevin, how do you know he's a sexual abuser? Were you there? Were you abused by him? Can you say that for sure? Or what if he's just a billionaire who actually was maligned by a bunch of women who see dollar signs and think, hey, I'm going to get a payoff? Because that's really how it works. So, hi, guys. I just get up and do Trump rallies all day long. Not wearing my Trump gear right now, but it will be soon. Got a lot going on today, and I can't even, like, I'm overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. This is a very, very hard time in my country. And those of you who are talking on this chat from another country and saying really nasty things to me and the other people who support President Trump, I feel sorry for you. First of all, we don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. And you can say really nasty things about the way I look and all that stuff. I don't care. I really don't care, because I know who I am and I know that God loves me. And that's all I really care about. But I just want peace in my country. I just want peace. Because what's happening right now is leading us into World War III. I mean, like, nobody wants that. All I know is that when President Trump was president, we had peace. Thank you, Drew. Thank you. It's not about how anybody looks, you know, my skin color, my hair color, my eye color means nothing. It's about the content of my character. And that's what I work on. And that's the biggest treasure that I have. And I am an actual journalist, and I'm working on my YouTube page and trying to build up my audience here, because Facebook has been really horrible to all creators. I was a journalist from, wait, James, what peace? Peace in the Middle East, James. I don't know. Maybe you weren't around those past 4 years. Maybe you're super young. I don't really know. But Kevin, how can you say I'm not a journalist? I was writing for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette for 18 years. Is that not a journalist? It's really like, it's annoying. I mean, it doesn't mean anything to me because I know who I am and I know what I am. And I know that I went to journalism school for 4 years, Ohio University Scripps School of Journalism. You can look me up if you want. I'm the real thing. And I'm not on the verge of tears. I don't know why you would think that. Maybe because you're not used to seeing women not wear makeup. I don't wear any makeup sometimes. Sometimes I wear a little bit of eyeliner and some lipstick, and that's about it. Because I don't believe in altering my appearance for anybody. I don't care. And I think that God made me to look this way because he loves me and thinks I'm beautiful. So I don't really care about your hate, and you can say what you want about the way I look. I'm not, I don't have any low self-esteem about the way that I look. So it's okay. Throw it at me. It's okay. I don't care. Yep, look, my hair is gray. Yep, I don't color my hair. I don't do any of it. My eyelashes are all real. I think you're not used to seeing real women looking real with no makeup on. I think that's kind of a problem for you guys. But not for River Flame. Thank you. I do look just fine. There's nothing wrong with the way I look. So you can't, like, try to make me feel badly about the way I look. And I know God loves me, so maybe he doesn't love you because you might be not a good person. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that he loves me. And I know that he loves this country. And I know that whatever is going to happen now is really in God's hands. And I keep seeing the word puppet, but I'm not a puppet. Not even a little bit. And I'm not, yeah, you're right. Never feed the trolls, Elijah. You're so right about that. And I do have to sometimes just take myself out of the equation because it's not about me, not about me at all. And they try to make it about me in order to like get me upset or something. So you're right, Elijah. Thank you for the reminder. Anyway, my message to you 156 people who have stayed here to watch my YouTube channel, I thank you. I thank you for being here. Whether you love me or you hate me, you are here, and that's great. And I'm glad that you are here. So thank you very much. And I'm just trying to build up my YouTube channel now. I've been on Facebook for 10 years. Besides being a journalist, a real journalist, and you can look it up. I've got newspaper articles all over the place, so nobody can tell me I'm not a real journalist. Sitting in all those school board meetings, boy, oh boy, if I wasn't a real journalist, who wants to do that? But it is something that you should do. You know, when I was, and I'm not even going to look at your comments, so say whatever you want about me, I'm not looking. And here's the beauty about the YouTube live shows is that when the show is over, all your comments are going to go away. So I also have to keep that in mind because it's very important. Anyway, when I was in journalism school, I was taught to be honest and tell the truth, and they don't teach that anymore in journalism school. I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but I have been covering real news for the past almost 40 years of my life. So I'm a real journalist, I'm a real person. And like I said, I'm on my YouTube page now because Facebook has just really used and abused, not just me, but all of the creators who work on Facebook. I think all creators should leave Facebook because you're not being treated well at all. And it's really hard work to go on camera and to expose yourself to these horrible comments, which, like I said, I'm trying really hard not even to look at your comments because I know some of you are just gunning for bear or whatever. I don't know. You want to make me feel bad. But that's impossible because I don't feel bad. I feel actually very much at peace and very happy with my life and with the way that things are going to go in America once President Trump wins this election. And I think if he doesn't win for whatever reasons, even if it's cheating, even if really that I'm completely confused. Oh, Ben, oh my gosh, Ben, you are the very first person to ever send me money. Wow, thank you so much. Now I'm super excited. And not because Ben sent me money. $1.99 is $1.99, but it's just further confirmation that I'm in the right place, doing the right thing. Oh, thank you, Zimzamzi. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I should stop looking at the comments, but Ben, you kind of threw me there. So thank you. Thank you very much. I didn't know if I would ever make money on YouTube, but thank you. Thank you. I'm off topic now. Anyway, I'm a journalist and I'm a writer, and I've just published my second book. It's called Do You Think About Me on My Birthday? And that's really why I do this, is because I'm a writer. I never wanted to be on camera, and I've been behind the camera many times. In fact, I used to work for Nickelodeon as a script writer and a script secretary, and I used to write scripts for Nickelodeon, Nick at Night, another show called Make the Grade. You guys probably don't remember this. It was a while back, but I've done a lot in my long career as a journalist, and the thing I love the most right now is being an author. So I wrote, my first book is called Like It Was Yesterday, A Journalist's File Since 9/11. So that book is about the way that 9/11 changed our whole society. And I really think that everything kind of started with 9/11. My brother was a survivor of 9/11. So that's why I wrote the book, because on that day, I heard the Twin Towers were attacked, and I knew that my brother was in the next building over, and I was terrified. So that's how the book starts. It's a diary that starts with me looking for my brother, and I was very lucky. My brother survived 9/11, and I found out later, and you guys can see on my YouTube channel. See, my YouTube channel goes back a long time. Nobody's been watching me for many, many years. But finally, I've been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program, which I think is going to change my life and my career. So here I am, and I'm just winging it here, and all I really want is to have people read my books, and I like to talk about adoption. I was adopted as a baby, and that's what my book, Do You Think About Me on My Birthday, is about. So my first book about 9/11 is a very important subject to me, because 9/11, I really do believe it just changed everything. So the other thing that I also believed, and the reason that I wrote the book, was because children don't know what happened on 9/11 or right after it. Remember when we all came together? Remember 9/12, when we loved each other? When we were, not just our country, but the whole world loved America and loved Americans? That's what my book's about. And I think that kids need to read it, because what they've been going through is not the America that I know and love. And it isn't, people are reacting like, I don't know. Sometimes I think it's the chemicals they're spraying on us that are making us so at odds with each other. There's a lot going on, a lot. But anyway, my book, like it was yesterday, Journalist Files Since 9/11, is for sale. I have a PayPal thing that I'm selling it on. My website is jillbooks.com if you're interested in that. But right now, I really have to promote my new book, Do You Think About Me on My Birthday? It took me 40 years to write this book. 40 flippin' years! Well, not to write the book so much as to get the book ready for publication. It's a hard book because it's real and it's honest, and it's about me and my life, and I changed all the names, but it's been a long road. So, but I love memoir writing, and I love reading other people's memoirs too, and I believe everybody has a great story inside of them, and I help people do that as well. So that's me, just a little bit on me. So those of you who are still here, I thank you very much. Again, thank you so much for that $1.99 gift. That's very cool. Yay! Means a lot. All right, you guys, I'm going to say ciao for now, and we will see you on the next beach report. The next couple of days are going to be intense. So tonight I'm going to do something that'll be a little bit more fun, and one of my favorite things to do, which is to go around South Florida and see the different shows put on by the performers here, because we have world-class entertainment here in South Florida. It's amazing. And I'm friends with a lot of these entertainers since I've been doing these shows for years. So I just go around and we dance and we sing, and that's all it is. So tonight, my dear friend Anthony Corrado, who is an amazing musician, will be playing at a bar in Fort Lauderdale called Blue Jean Blues, which is owned by two good friends of mine. So I'm going to go there tonight, and we're going to get our jazz on. So join me later this evening, probably like around 9 o'clock or so, for the Beach Report, where we do the musical side of the Beach Report, because the Beach Report is also about music. All right, you guys, I will see you later. And if anything happens before later tonight, then I'll see you on the Beach Report. All right, you guys, ciao for now.